Hi guys, it's Maca here, bringing you the top 5 best bets for week 4 of the NFL. Please remember before we start to always gamble responsibly and only gamble what you can afford. A quick review of my week 3 picks. I was 3 out of 5. Obviously, I'd like to be going 5 out of 5, but if you're able to hit 3 out of 5, you'll be coming out of a profit. So, yes, I was just a bit short on the Minnesota v. the Chargers over. I did not know how that went over, amount of chances they had at the end, and I completely blew it with the Dallas spreads. But 3 out of 5, if I can do that every week, make you guys money, make myself money, that's all good. So, yeah, 3 out of 5 for last week, and let's hope for better moving forward to this week 4 NFL slate. Bet number 5 sees the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Cleveland Browns. I was very, very disappointed with the Baltimore Ravens. Granted, they did have injuries last week, but it's no excuse at home to Indianapolis. Justin Tucker obviously missed the field goal in the end of regulation. Obviously, a 61 is a tough one. Obviously, everyone expects him to get it, but overall, they really struggled against the run. Zach Moss just went absolutely mental over him, and they just really, really struggled. 8-point favourites they were, and losing at home, it's not good at all. Cleveland Browns on the other end looking very, very impressive. Dominating performance against Tennessee at home. As I said at the start of the year, Jim Schwartz is going to be a fantastic defensive coordinator for them. Could probably get a coordinator of the year, but I can't see a change in this week. My bet for the week in this game is going to be under 41 at the time recording on Wednesday morning. I do feel that there won't be many points. I think there'll be a lot of changes, a lot of defense in the game. I think Cleveland Browns will sustain the run game with Fords, maybe see Kareem Hunt, but I'm more confident with the under than picking the spreads because obviously being a group game is very tough. So my bet number 5 is going to be the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns, total game points under 41. Bet number 4 sees the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Buffalo Bills. Start with the traveling team, the Miami Dolphins. Wow, exciting start to the season. Last week, just 3 points off the records of total points in any game ever. They're very, very exciting to watch at the moment. As a neutral, it's exciting. Put 40 for 2 of that. Potentially his career could have been over. Obviously, with the concussions last year, everyone didn't know if he was going to come back or not, but they've hit the ground running. Fantastic. All phases of their play, offense, defense, special teams. They're really, really enjoyable to watch and definitely a team moving forward while I'm excited to watch play. Buffalo, after losing to the Jets week 1, they've come back comfortably in the 2 games. Shut out Washington last week. Josh Allen was very, very comfortable against Washington defense, I must say. Very, very impressive. But he made it look comfortable. A little third down completions he made, that was very, very crucial in that game. And they look very, very comfortable. This been a group game. Obviously, I'm not one to normally take the over in group games because they tend to be quite tight. However, you can't ignore both offenses. I can see this being an end-to-win game. I think Buffalo might just nick it, but I'm not totally convinced on picking the outright. So I'll be going to the total game points at the moment. Of recording again on Wednesday is over 53.5. So to recap, bet number 4 is the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Buffalo Bills, and my bet is going to be the total game points over 53.5. Bet number 3 sees the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay have just come off a very difficult Monday night home loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Baker Mayfield was poor. They weren't ticking. Granted, the defense held Philly to a reasonable scoreline, but the offense let them down there. They'll be very, very disappointed and looking to bounce back this week. The Saints blew a 16, 17-point lead. Sorry, correct me. One it was, but they blew it away to Green Bay. Fourth quarter as well was awful breakdown from the Saints. Obviously losing Derek Carr maybe for this week, if not multiple weeks. We're not too sure yet, but he's definitely not going to make this week. So you got Jameis Winston in charge. Now, can you trust Jameis Winston? No, I can't. Granted, I can't trust Baker fully either, but you're getting 3.5 handicap here plus for the Bucks. It's a no-brainer for me. I don't think there'll be many points in the game at all, but you're giving us a field goal with head start for the Buccaneers. It's a win-win for me. I can't trust Jameis. Granted, they're at home, but it's James Winston. One key matchup to look forward to watching again is Evans v Lattimore this week. Obviously, in the past, don't like each other. Got ejected last time for fighting, so this is going to be a little tasty 1-1 against them two. But yeah, just going to recap the bet for bet number 3 is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 3.5. A time recording on Wednesday, away to the Saints. So the final bet is Tampa Bay plus 3.5 against the Saints. Bet number 2 sees the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the LA Chargers. Start with the traveling team, the Raiders, coming off a very, very disappointing loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. They looked poor in phases. Granted, the defense turned up when they needed to, but there was a lot of concerns, in my opinion, was Jimmy Garoppolo, the coaching, Josh Jacobs in the run game in the moment is concerning me. They're just not firing all cylinders. Granted, Devontae Adams has started the season off well, so they're showing that connection with him and Jimmy Garoppolo. But other than that, they're not looking great at all. The Chargers, well, they just got away with that one, didn't they, against Minnesota? I don't even know what the Brandon Staley was doing on that 4th and 1, but granted, look, they got away with it. It's done and dusted. Bit disappointing that it was in one of my picks for the overs last week that didn't hit. But again, I think if you're watching that game, you'd be like, how did there was not a touchdown in that game? But it is what it is. That's American football for you. At time recording, Jimmy Garoppolo is in the concussion protocol, so we're not sure if he's going to play or not. But at time recording, I'm really fancying the Chargers on the handicap here at home. I feel, regardless even if Jimmy does play, I think they're going to have too much firepower for the Raiders. If he doesn't play, you probably see the handicap going into double figures. But at time recording, my bet number 2 for the week is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to LA Chargers, and my bet choosing is the LA Chargers minus 5.5. Bet number 1 sees the Monday night game, the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the New York Giants. Seattle have bounced back from a week 1 embarrassing loss, I would say, to the LA Rams. I questioned Geno Smith after that. Yes, it's only week 1. I know not to panic, but they've come back leaps and bounds and they're looking very, very strong. And after this is a bye week, so I'm sure they're looking forward to moving to that bye week on a 3-1 record. But they're firing all cylinders. Kenneth Walker looks like a fantastic running back, which I know he would be. They're very, very hard to stop at the moment. And they're going to be a threat in this game for sure. The Giants obviously had a Thursday night away at San Fran without Barkley. Daniel Jones, it was too much for him. He was too tough. They kept it close-ish, and then San Fran just pulled away, and it was comfortable. And then by the 4th quarter, it was done and dusted. My concern for both teams, this is what's going to influence my market betting for this one, is the defenses for both sides. I think they're both pretty weak. And in this game, I'm really, really struggling to see if they're going to be able to stop either one's offense. So for me, the bet for the game, bet number 1, Monday Night Football, time of recording on the Wednesday, is the Seattle Seahawks at the New York Giants, total game points over 47. If it was 50-something, I'd probably still back that too. But again, my concern is the defenses will not be able to stop one another. And I think it'll be very end-to-end. I wouldn't like to call the winner, but definitely points on the board, and definitely the 47 is going to get hit. So once again, recapping bet number 1, Seattle at the Giants, total game points over 47. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you've watched it this far, please remember to like and subscribe, and please comment down below if you like the bets I've put on here or you may disagree, but we will definitely get back to you. I will see you next week once again to review how my bet's gone and obviously to look forward to the week 5 betting. But please always remember, if you're having a bet, to always bet responsibly on what you can afford. Good luck, guys. Let us know any bets you're doing moving forward, especially for this week. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All the best.